Tammy Webster, Bull Riding Rodeo Connection. We're here at the Fort Worth Stock Show Rodeo. We're at the end of the rodeo, but I've got one of the pickup men here, Jeremy Willis. You got a real important job out there and a tough job, and you come back from some injuries this year. So I just wanted to let you share a little bit about what you've gone through as far as your surgery and recovery this year.
Well, after I rodeoed hard all year long. Well, actually, let me back up. I came into this rodeo last year with a broke leg. I broke my leg in November, then came here, got my cast off about 4 days before this rodeo started. So I had a sore leg the whole time here last year, and that healed up, and I rodeoed all year. And then in September, I broke it both of them really bad, and had to have all kinds of plates and rods and pins put in there. And I was out for 4 months, and then came back for the circuit finals, which is about 2 weeks before this started. And I'd only been walking for about a week and a half when I did that one, and then came here. So anyway, it's been a process healing up to do all this. I still don't walk very well, but I can ride a horse, so it didn't really hurt my horse riding too much. But it was a long recovery, and I thank the Lord it worked out pretty good.
Well, you were laid up quite a while, weren't you, in bed?
I spent 5 weeks in a hospital bed, not even able to roll over, had my leg up in traction, had an external fixator with the big bolt sticking out the bone. 5 weeks in that, and then I spent another month in a wheelchair, and another month after that on crutches. And then, like I said, I got off crutches, and 2 weeks later I had to go to the circuit final. So it was it was a bad deal, and it was a rush deal, but in this sport, you're not making money when you're staying home, so you got to keep going.
Now, share a little bit about how did you break your legs? Was it during an event?
No, it's actually kind of embarrassing. We came home from a rodeo and was getting stuff off the top of my horse trailer up on the hay rack, and stepped off of it, and it was kind of wet and just slipped and started falling. So when I fell, I just kind of jumped and landed on my feet, and they just popped. Yeah.
They didn't like that too much, did it?
No, it didn't. Sure enough, it shattered the left heel bone, calcaneus, and the right one it shattered the leg bone and the ankle. So they had to reconstruct all of it and put some cadaver bones in there and rods and plates and screws and all kinds of stuff. But
well, out of all the bull riding injuries and stuff I've heard, I mean that's a pretty lengthy time to be laid up. What really was your encouragement and everything that just kept you going to heal up and rehab and come back? Well,
in my family, we do this for a living. That's all we do. We have some cows, but I pick up rodeos full time. So, and I'm the only provider. I got a wife and 3 kids, and this is what we do for a living. So we had a lot of support while I was laid up, not making any money. Had a lot of support from our family and friends in our church. Our church was really instrumental in us getting back. But that's the deal. I had to heal up because I had to get back on the road, and I had rodeos I already booked. I booked my rodeos a year out, and I had rodeos booked that I had to be at, and it just kind of you have to push yourself to get it done.
Well, this is an extremely long rodeo too, so did that really make it a little bit harder?
Well, not only is it longer, it's the longest rodeo in the world, and there's two perfs a day and 3 perfs a day some days, and it's a test. If you can make it through this, then you're healed. It was the same thing last year, but I got through it, and you're stronger for it in the end.
Well, it's great to have you back, and just praise God you were able to come back and be healthy and get back on the horse, and hopefully you'll be walking well again soon and got the rest of the year going home.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I appreciate everything.
This is Tammy Webster, Bull Riding Rodeo Connection.